Honestly, Blackout looks pretty good. Hey, I'm not, looks promising. Obviously, haven't played the game yet, but since the Blackout beta is only like 5 or 6 days away, so obviously the closer and closer we get to the beta, there's just gonna be more and more information that comes out because all these insiders and shit like that have all the access and stuff. Apparently, throughout this week, people are gonna be posting gameplay and stuff of it, all these little inside places. So I'm not really like a big Battle Royale fan, you know what I mean? I don't hate the Battle Royale games or anything like that. I personally just enjoy games that are more classic like this. You got like your TDMs and all that other shit. As far as game modes go anyway, just classic TDM, classic 5v5, 6v6, whatever. I probably feel that way just because I grew up on it mainly, but also it's mainly consistency. Like, I know it's really funny to say, you know, Call of Duty is consistent in any way, shape, or form, but what I mean by that is like knowledge where I don't really have to deal with like a million different types of RNG elements and stuff like that in like in the typical Battle Royale game, because once I learn the spawns and everything and I kill a certain person in this area and I learn this map and I learn where, you know, all the popular spots are and all that shit, it's just much more enjoyable for me to play because it's not just some like random element that's just gonna kill me later. It's not to take anything away from Battle Royale, it's just what I prefer. It's not like you can't learn anything about Battle Royale games or anything like that. I mean, I played Fortnite, but there are just times where I just feel like a complete monster, where I feel like I could just shit on anybody after I win a game or win a few games a day. It's just really frustrating for me anyway, as a person that's used to consistency or used to performing a certain way, like, oh, in this situation I've won 9 times out of 10, and that one time that I die, it's like, okay, well, you know, I can't win them all. Whereas I feel like in a lot of the Battle Royale games, one day I'll feel like a monster, the next day I'll feel like I don't know anything about the game. It just makes it really frustrating for me to deal with, just because every single day I can't tell if I'm improving or not. Like, yeah, I can rack up more and more wins, but like, am I actually getting better or not? I don't know. The next 2 or 3 games, I'm just gonna end up getting bodied randomly by somebody that has no business in actually killing me. I think it's also mainly not against a Battle Royale genre as a whole. I think it's also more as far as how a respawn game goes. Obviously, you can't really do a Battle Royale respawn type of game. It just seems weird and kind of redundant. That means it's virtually like a TDM on a giant map, and it'd just be incredibly boring. You know what I'm saying? I just hate the feeling of just not knowing if I'm getting better or not. So I wasn't really interested in Blackout. It's not that I didn't care about it or anything like that, but just for general Battle Royale games, I'm just kind of like, yeah, it's fun, but I can't play this stuff all day. I just get way too frustrated at it just because of, you know, all the different elements that go into shit. I talked about this before, like the best players in the world I feel like should be winning consistently, not randomly whenever they're playing tournaments or some shit like that, end up in 20th place when they're very clearly not the 20th worst player in that lobby. I'm just used to consistency, you know what I mean? So after actually seeing a lot of this information that came out from all those people that have all of this early access information, and when they're going to be posting all of their footage and content and all that stuff on the game leading up to the beta, it'd be really interesting to see how everything plays out, because Call of Duty has never really had more than just zombies and just the multiplayer people. As far as YouTube content goes, most of the Call of Duty viewership came from people watching people play multiplayer and zombie. Now that we have Blackout in the mix as well, we're gonna see exactly how everything goes, because I know that the zombies players and the zombies YouTubers and content creators, all those guys are super hyped for Black Ops 4 in general, just because of the amount of content they're getting right on launch. Now, hopefully that's good. I really hope the best for all of them, for all of these communities. I hope all of them can thrive, but I just feel like it's not entirely possible. What I'm mainly afraid of is Blackout becoming the main thing and then the classic multiplayer being left behind in some way, shape, or form, you know what I mean? And I mean, when worse comes to worse, I mean, I guess I would have to go and, you know, play Blackout and all that shit, and it's not like it's that bad or something, it's just like not my preferred game type. As a person that really wasn't that interested in it, after seeing all these updates and shit, sounds really promising, I'm not gonna lie. I was afraid that, you know, in some way, shape, or form, they would just really fuck a lot of things up, and obviously that's still a possibility. Just because we have some information doesn't necessarily mean that, like, that's exactly how the game's gonna operate. You just gotta play the game and experience it to really understand how the game plays, especially over time. And when I say a lot of information was released, I mean like a fuck ton. There's apparently a list of a bunch of different perks and consumable items available in Blackout. And I'm just reading this off of Charlie Intel's thing. I think I got a lot of this information from Game Informer. I didn't even think about the idea of like perks even. It's really strange, because to say that you're not thinking of perks in a Call of Duty game, I just didn't really imagine it. I just didn't really think about what kind of perks would be in the game or how perks would even work in general. Why is every single lobby this laggy? I swear this has to be my connection. There's no fucking way, because these are not 4 bars, man. It's weird. I don't lag on anything else except this. I said the connection was bad before. It's not this bad. That's ridiculous.
Enemy UAV online.
I can't deal with this. I can't. That's ridiculous. One of the things revealed is that the mode features perks and consumables, which is, it's kind of a given for consumables and stuff, but special perks in Blackout are new perks, while the others are modified versions of the multiplayer perk. Paranoia, Skulker, Stimulant, Outlander, Looter, Iron Lungs, and Consumer. Paranoia gives an audio alert whenever you're targeted, which actually sounds pretty good. Depends how good it is, I guess. It has like a certain range. How's the audio cue? Does it give you like a directional idea of anything? Skulker, move faster while crouched and prone. That'll be perfect for like the sneaky player. Stimulant increases your max HP by 100 points. So it'll be pretty tanky, I guess. Outlander, reduce damage from the circle. Increase speed while taking damage from the circle. So if you ever end up in like a really shitty area. According to Game Informer, the perks are considered consumables and only last for a set duration. So it's not like it's there at all times. So you can pick up like Outlander, save it in your pocket for when you think you're gonna be in a bad position, and as soon as the storm makes it to you, just pop that shit and just run even faster so you can get out of the storm. Maybe even save a stim in your back pocket for when you get out of the storm if you think there's somebody waiting for you as soon as you get out. Also, a whole bunch of different Call of Duty content creators, obviously not myself because I never get, I'm too vulgar, I guess. They were sent little sections of the map, actual full Blackout map. They were sent small sections of it so all of these people could post it on social media and then try to piece it together for the full thing, which is really cool. I haven't seen the full picture yet, but there's also going to be zombies on the map that all drop like different items and shit like that when you go out and farm them, I guess. But you can completely avoid them if you want. The whole zombies thing sounds a little weird to me. I'm sure it could work out in its own way to be its own element, I guess. Should have been a collab, but okay. I thought it was kind of a weird element, but maybe it'll work out in its own way, you know what I mean? Maybe it'll be like this cool clutch thing that whenever you're going across a certain area and you really don't have shit, just go and kill some zombies and stuff like that, hope they drop something good for you. They also confirmed that for the beta, at least, there's going to be 80 players, which everybody's pretty much fine with. The more players that you have, the more likely it is that those people are going to die off of the start anyways. With more people, it's just more and more likely that you're going to be landing with other people, and when you land with other people, especially if it's a lot of people, you're just gonna have a lot of situations where you just land and then die instantly, and land and die, and wait until you finally land in an area where you just don't die right off of spawn. Obviously, you can choose to land in like less populated areas to avoid most of these things, but I mean, a lot of people just want to be able to actually land at these points of interest without running this extremely high risk of dying without the reward anyway. And most people actually seem okay with 80 players. I haven't really seen many people complaining about it at all, really. Now, there's a whole thing where people wanted to compete with Fortnite and all that shit. It's just, oh god, it's just so exhausting to read and look at, and it's just so annoying. What the fuck is so wrong with having multiple good video games at the same time? Okay, well, please, I just need you to work for just a little bit. There's no way you're completely drained. You're serious. I actually had to replace my battery. I mean, obviously, we all just have to wait and see, but getting this information is actually really cool, and it's cool to just get at least some kind of insight because, and we still don't have any gameplay or like a gameplay reveal or trailer or some shit like that. None of that has dropped yet. We don't have any of the information. There have been things that are leaked, but it's just, there's only so much you can go off of just, you know, reading things. Like even this thing where you're getting the information right here from Game Informer themselves. At least you know they've had hands-on and things aren't just rumors. What the fuck? Yeah, anyway, hopefully it'll be good. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. My most recent videos will pop up on the screen here. Leave a like if you guys enjoyed, and yeah, it's been Jev, guys. Later. I got pussy in my